and it all came to be conclusive to that individual.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
A suspect in shots fired near the Safeway in Kennewick has been caught. We'll tell you more.
Also ahead and new at 6.
The Kennewick Fire Department is rolling out the red carpet at this exclusive awards ceremony. We'll take you there coming up.
You should definitely come. It's like super fun. We've had a lot of time to put it together. It's been going really great. We worked really hard on it, and it's going to be awesome.
Absolutely going to be awesome. Opening tonight in Richland, the Descendants musical at the Children's Academy Theater.
And Mother's Day is Sunday. How's it looking weather-wise, Stacy?
The weather's a little bit dicey this weekend, but it's a nice evening so far. Enjoy that. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us as we end the work week together. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is May the 9th. First at 6, we are learning about an arrest. It was just made in connection with a shots fired call last week in Kennewick. Our crews were there on April 28th. Police responded to reports of a drive-by shooting near Clearwater and Fillmore, right near Edison. Officers found 2 shell casings and launched a large-scale search near the Clearwater Square apartments using drones and canine units. 3 people were taken into custody that night, including a male juvenile wanted for robbery in Pasco. Yesterday morning, Kennewick's criminal apprehension team, though, along with Tri-City SWAT and detectives, arrested a 16-year-old male in connection with the shooting. He's now been booked on charges of first-degree assault and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Information that they were receiving as they continued to investigate it, they were following up on additional leads that they had, and it all came to be conclusive to that individual.
KPD says detectives are still investigating. Do stay with Apple Valley News Now for continuing coverage. And new tonight, the Washington State Patrol responding to a deadly crash in Benton County just after 11 this morning. We are told 68-year-old James Sandow died after being taken to Cadillac Regional Medical Center. Officials say he was driving east on State Route 24 when a vehicle heading west hit him. 2 of the 3 people in the second vehicle were taken to the hospital with injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. The family of Adam Garrison has identified him as the motorcyclist severely hurt in a hit-and-run crash on SR 240 that happened Wednesday morning of this week, as they now launch a fundraising campaign to support his recovery.
That's right. That crash happened around 7 a.m. on eastbound 240, just west of Edison Street in Kennewick. It involved a motorcycle and an older red SUV, we're told, similar to a GMC Yukon. The vehicle may have rear-end damage and was seen driving away from the crash. On the GoFundMe page, Garrison's family says he suffered a shattered pelvis, ruptured bladder, and 2 broken arms.
Now, if you would like to help the cause, we have posted the GoFundMe link on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Reducing street-level crime in Pasco. The Pasco Police Department's Street Crimes Unit says they have been engaged in targeted enforcement operations focused on just that. They say they recovered multiple firearms that were illegally possessed in recent weeks, as well as large quantities of illegal narcotics, including fentanyl pills and cocaine. Pasco PD also credits proactive investigations and strategic enforcement as playing a key role in enhancing public safety. The Walla Walla Fire Department is investigating a fire that broke out last night near the Walla Walla VA at around 8:30. Fire Chief Eric Wood says the crews battled the flames until about 11:30 and were able to contain it to about an acre. Wood says they used a direct fire attack to put out the flames and used mutual aid from Walla Walla County Fire District 4. Here's what investigators say about what sparked it.
We're unsure exactly what caused the fire. It's suspicious in nature and presumed to be human caused. Yeah, there's just no other ignition sources in the area that would have caused the fire. We do have a history of intentional fire starts in this area. That's what led us to that suspicion.
Wood says no one was hurt and they will continue to monitor the scene up until Monday morning.
Let's talk Mother's Day weather now.
All right, I'm excited.
Yes.
It's Mom's big weekend. It's here finally, but will the weather cooperate?
That is the big question. Let's turn to First Alert Stacy Lee live in our weather center. Take it away.
Well, we can count on up and down weather, just like we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks. A live look outside now into the Yakima Valley by Mart Skycam. Few clouds out there, 78. Overall, very pleasant evening. The winds are light tonight. Humidity at 22%, sunset at 8:16. Temperatures looking good. Look at that. We hit 80 today in the Tri-Cities, 70s in the foothills of the Blues. The warmest spot is Hanford at 81, 79 in Sunnyside, 78 in Hermiston. Looking out your window for tonight, it's looking pretty good. You're going to stay nice and warm through 8 p.m. tonight, and at 10 we'll see temperatures in the 60s. For tomorrow, we're going to see mostly sunny skies, some areas on the cloudy side. Warmer, but we're going to have to deal with some strong gusty winds. Here's what the winds are going to look like through the area tomorrow, especially in Yakima, Kittitas Valley, Columbia Basin. You'll see those winds through about 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So tonight, quiet, mild and breezy on Saturday, wet and cooler for our Mother's Day. And I'll show you just who could see some rain showers on Sunday. And then get ready, those showers continue into the first part of next week. Lots to get to in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Wendy.
Alrighty, Stacy. Well, if you are driving across the state of Washington this weekend to celebrate moms, you may want to leave a little early. Listen to this. Washington Department of Transportation says travelers have been experiencing multiple hour delays across the Vantage Bridge. That, of course, takes I-90 over the Columbia River. Officials say it is due to ongoing construction, and they urge drivers to have patience when making the trip. Well, new tonight here at 6, we usually see them in action, racing to emergencies, battling fires, and saving lives. But today, the Kennewick Fire Department is taking a moment to shine a spotlight on the people behind the badge.
Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says it's a celebration honoring the dedication and heroism of firefighters and their partners.
The Kennewick Fire Department is rolling out the red carpet in this exclusive invitation-only event. The 2024 awards ceremony is hosted by the Kennewick Fire Department. It's a chance to recognize the firefighters, teams, and even community partners who've gone above and beyond in service.
This is always a really special opportunity for us to just take a pause and recognize the amazing work that our men and women do throughout the year. So much good that happens throughout the year, Dan, and we don't always have the opportunity that we would like to just pause and say thank you and express our appreciation and gratitude.
Awards include the Chiefs Award of Excellence, Distinguished Conduct, Exceptional Service.
I was really surprised. We have an incredible amount of really good people that work here, and I would have probably put 20 or 30 people's names ahead of mine on that, so to get recognized by my peers is quite an honor.
There's also recognition for years of service, career milestones like journeyman firefighters, and recent promotions within the department, along with recognitions for the community partners that work alongside KFD to keep the community safe and educated.
You just have amazing people throughout the city of Kennewick especially. We're very fortunate to work with the community that we work with, and we have great people on our team.
It's an afternoon filled with pride, gratitude, and plenty of emotion, reminding us that behind every emergency call is a firefighter who cares. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
All new at 6, the Yakima City Council is holding a public hearing with a couple of notable items on the docket. They're set to review and adopt the amended 6-year transportation improvement program. They'll also amend the capital facilities element of the Yakima Urban Area Comprehensive Plan for the period of 2025 through 2030. Each year, the city prepares, reviews, and adopts a program for transportation improvements for the ensuing 6-year period as required by state and federal law. After it's adopted, it will be incorporated as an amendment to the Yakima Urban Area Comprehensive Plan capital facilities element. The public hearing will be Tuesday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. It's in the council chambers at Yakima City Hall.
Now to a story you will only see here. The Academy of Children's Theater in Richland is putting on Disney's The Descendants, the musical, and it opens in less than an hour from right now.
Oh, look at that. Well, a quick look at the cast here. Bonnie Fairfield is playing Mal. Sailor Jackson will play Evie. James Roden is Jay. Tegan Maxwell will play Carlos, and Grant Milbauer is performing as Ben. Tickets can be bought at the door or online.
Some of the cast members even came by the Apple Valley News Now Broadcast Center today, as you can see.
Descendants is about like 4 kids of 4 evil parents.
I think it's a very funny show and everyone should come and see it.
It's just been like the thing I do kind of outside of school, and so I've just been doing as many as I can because I love it.
This is a lot more fantasy and fun and goofy and cartoony, and it's really fun.
They just do a great job of taking us through this like fun fantasy world.
Performances are tonight, May 9th at 7 p.m., then May 10th, 11th, 17th, 18th at 3 p.m., or again next Friday, the 16th at 7 p.m. Apple Valley News Now live at 6 is just getting started. Coming up, sad news tonight from the Oregon Zoo.
Plus,
we're hearing for the first time from some of the U.S. Cardinals who are inside the conclave that elected Pope Leo XIV. More on that coming up.
and Mother's Day is this Sunday, but will Mother Nature cooperate for the big day? We'll check back in with Stacy Lee in your full First Alert weather forecast.
If you'd like to improve your sleep, you're going to love the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale at Walker's Furniture, where the Memorial Day savings are starting early on Beautyrest, Serta, and over 40 more styles of the best name brand mattresses. This is your moment to sleep better and pay less. Plus, special 5 years financing is available with no money down, so you can wake up feeling refreshed and pay over time. And you can get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
Only from your local Ford dealer.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, causing irreversible vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Ask your doctor about Izervay.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay is the #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for new GA patients. Izervay is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression, which may help preserve your vision longer.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Slow your GA. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, June 26th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Hey everyone, I'm here at Howard Amon Park, where on May 31st, Apple Valley News Now welcomes the 36th annual Tri-Cities Great Strides. It's a community walk supporting the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and every step helps raise awareness for those living with this terrible disease. Make your Saturday meaningful by joining me in support of this vital cause. Everyone is invited. Together we can make CF stand for Cure Found. Register today at cff.org. I'll see you there.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Check out the Ellensburg Bull. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back to the news at 6. Pope Leo celebrates Mass as American Cardinals speak out.
ABC's Patrick Revel has more from Rome.
In the Sistine Chapel, the new Pope Leo XIV leading a Mass this morning before the cardinals who elected him yesterday. The first American Pope choosing to open his homily in English.
You have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission. And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me.
The Cardinals applauding him as he left. 150,000 people were on St. Peter's Square to see the historic event as the new Pope emerged onto the balcony yesterday. Today, US Cardinals speaking for the first time about the conclave that chose Robert Francis Prevost, many who have known him for years.
Then I walked back and I took a look at Bob, and because his name had been floating around. And he had his head in his hands. And I was praying for him because I couldn't imagine what happens to a human being when you're facing something like that. And then when he accepted it, it was like he was made for it.
The Cardinals saying they were looking for someone who would follow a similar path to Pope Francis.
Picking the name Leo is indicative, I think, of the direction he wants to take. The great reformer, he was the first modern pope that we've had after Pius IX, who wrote stirringly about the rights of workers, of immigrants, of those who were living at the margins of society.
Rome and the Vatican are already gearing up now for another big event this weekend, the first Mass here on St. Peter's Square by Pope Leo XIV. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Vatican City.
At the Oregon Zoo, an elderly cheetah named Strike died. Strike was born in Texas and came to the Oregon Zoo in 2011. At age 15, he was considered the second oldest male cheetah living in an association of zoos and aquariums. The zoo says the life expectancy is just over 12 years in accredited zoos. And the Cheetah Conservation Fund says that males tend to live to 8 in the wild. Strike was known for his curious personality and loud purrs.
All right, other news tonight. 3 local educators are being recognized for their ability to create supportive, impactful, and inclusive learning environments for their students.
So here are the Benton Franklin County Special Education PTA Educator Award winners. Alyssa Deems, Jacob Snell, and Jenny Cowell. The Educator Awards are presented to service providers, educators, and staff over 9 districts who are making an impact on the lives of students with disabilities.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get into that weekend forecast. Live look outside Legends Casino sky cam, and it's looking pretty good. We have had a few clouds hanging over the area. They're kind of moving out right now. 80 degrees outside. The feels like temp is 79. Our winds are light at 5 miles per hour. Here's what's happening satellite and radar wise. There's the cloud cover we've been seeing, hit or miss, and then we'll get pockets of clearing, but unsettled weather, as you can see, over the next couple of days. Now, tomorrow isn't looking too bad. We're going to see some rain right there at the Canadian border with Washington. Overall, staying dry and warm. It's on Sunday that we see some showers moving up from the south, and we could see some brief rain here in the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley. Most of it, though, moving off into the foothills of the Blue Mountains, and even the Cascades. But here's that little blip of rain coming through. This is what Futurecast is showing us right now for 9 o'clock on Sunday. Hit or miss Tri-Cities. We might see a little bit. This is around 1 o'clock. And then most of the showers will move off to the east. We could even see a couple of thunder showers, mainly in those mountain areas. We're not expecting a whole lot of accumulation of rain, but it is very possible. And look at the chances. Again, this Futurecast model is a couple of days in advance. We'll have to, look a little bit more towards these numbers for a better look of what we could see. 40% chance of rain, Tri-Cities, a little bit less Monday, Tuesday. Walla Walla has a pretty good chance of seeing some sprinkles or showers over the next couple of days. Here's the totals, though, that we're looking at overall. Not very impressive, less than 1/10 of an inch for most of us. Mountains could see a little bit more, maybe a quarter to just under a half an inch. What we can count on are these spring gusty winds that we've been dealing with for several days. You can see Kittitas, Yakima Valley, and Columbia Basin all going to be very, very breezy on Saturday, and we'll see still breezy winds on Sunday, a little bit more reserved, but still pretty breezy going forward. Here's your overnight lows tonight. Pretty mild. We're talking 40s and 50s all through the area. 55 tonight. The warm spot is Walla Walla. Tomorrow our temperatures heat up. We have some record high temps, but not for us. We'll just be on the warmer side, not record breaking. Here's what your day looks like tomorrow. Early morning hours in the 50s, and you see overcast conditions in Ellensburg, partly cloudy for the rest of us. Throughout the day, though, it should be pretty nice. 70s by the midday, and we'll be in the 70s and 80s by the afternoon. Warmer temps are on the way out on Sundays. We will drop down a good 13 degrees from Saturday to Sunday. There's your 40% chance of rain and what we're looking at, but just brief showers. And then 70s, pretty seasonable for the rest of the week. Here's Yakima. Look for those breezy winds several days in a row. Pretty typical in springtime to see these kind of winds day after day. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg. Gustier winds, of course, there. The Mountain Gap area is also very breezy. In Walla Walla, that's where we have a better chance of seeing those showers Sunday through Tuesday with those breezy winds hanging out. And in Hermiston, pretty good chance of seeing some showers once again on Sunday. So we'll keep a closer eye on that for you over the weekend and keep you up to date. But overall, not a bad forecast. Just might see a little rain.
All right.
That is not going to rain on my parade for Mother's Day.
You know,
happening.
It's a day for mothers to take a break, but I was thinking maybe Mother Nature needs a little bit of a break too, right?
True. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. But.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. Up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Farewell to the Who. That's next in entertainment news.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit the afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we offer our medical weight loss program. Diabetes, and more broadly, insulin resistance, is a highly inflammatory state that increases our risk of cardiovascular disease, cancer, as well as Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases.
Basically, it's the lack of awareness about what's creating that weight. There's lots of psychological aspects to that, so that where you come to is to a more centered place of feeling good and connected and positive about yourself. Self-confidence.
You have access to over 100 weekly group fitness classes, top-notch fitness facilities, cutting-edge scientific therapies integrated into your program, and dedicated coaches rooting for your success. We also offer options for pharmaceutical assistance. We create patient-specific game plans centered around the 7 essential elements, which are sleep, nutrition, atmosphere, breathing, movement, thought, and purpose.
So rather than just focus, it's not dieting, and it's not focused on dieting, and that's not what we do here at Pacific Clinic. It's mind, body, physical, emotional, mental, and the combination of all of those things. And I think that makes us tremendously different than any of the other programs out there.
To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hon, what do you think of this one?
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
Wow, is this going to be ready in time for the baby?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower update.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get the morning going when you buy one breakfast sandwich and get another one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back, everybody. After more than 6 decades of rock history, The Who is taking its final bow. Legendary rockers Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend just announced their farewell North America tour called The Song Is Over. It kicks off August 16th outside Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The 16-date tour will hit major cities like Boston, Toronto, Philadelphia, and Seattle. The tour will wrap up in Las Vegas in late September. Tickets are on sale starting May 16th, with pre-sale starting May 13th. Actress Blake Lively is expected to take the stand when her case against Justin Baldoni goes to trial in March of next year. That's according to a statement from her attorneys. Lively accused Baldoni and his production company of sexual harassment and retaliation. Baldoni sued Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, for defamation. Baldoni and Lively worked together on the film It Ends With Us. Lively's attorneys say other people will also be testifying to support Lively's claims. However, the attorney stopped short of confirming whether Reynolds will be among those who will be testifying. Lively and Baldoni have each denied the other's allegations. Well, a lot more news still to get to up next in our 6:30 half hour, so stay tuned for that. And remember to get our First Alert weather app. It is beautiful out there right now. About 80 degrees out in Pasco. Just scan that QR code you see right there on your screen and you can get our weather app. We'll be right back after this.
Check out the Ellensburg Bowl. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular. Local Ford dealer.
I'm Drew Henry, tea maker and founder of Revival Tea Company, and we're right here at Yolks Fresh Market. We started in 2018 in Spokane. We are super proud of getting our peppermint from Washington State, our honey from bees in Spokane. We've collaborated with Dry Fly and turned into canned cocktails. We definitely would not be where we're at today without the support from some amazing local partners like Yolks. Oh yeah, the more and more we can work together, that's been a really fun thing as we continue to grow.
Check out Revival Tea at Yolks Fresh Market.
Do it all with STIHL battery. Double your runtime. Get a free extra battery with select STIHL tools. Shop in-store and online.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Jade Elliott grew up in Richland, graduated from Washington State, and got her first job in Spokane. After working in Salt Lake and Seattle, she's back in the Mid-Columbia, bringing the news home on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now. On your side.
Always on your side.
Next, ET. Only we can take you behind the scenes of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Plus,
I'm Connie Britton, and this is my ET retrospective.
Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. We have made it to Friday, a big weekend ahead, as Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yeah, we
Are you
can't
ready?
forget Mom.
Are you ready?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
To put my feet up and relax?
That's what I mean. Yes.
I'm always ready for that. No, but I have a mom that I need to make sure that she has, something special for her on that day as well. How about you? Are you all ready?
No, still not, but I'll figure it out. I still have some time. Stacey's over here going, are you kidding me?
Always last minute, right?
I know. So let's check in with Stacey. You've got plans.
I do.
Yep.
It involves a very nice brunch. So
good.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about weather. A lot of folks want to know what's happening weather-wise. We stayed on the cool side. Remember those clouds all day? Now they're starting to move out. You can see some blue out here on our Yakima Fed Sky Cam. It's 80 degrees outside. The winds are light, so it's been a lovely day overall. Going to be very nice tomorrow, but a little more windy. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, we're still in the 70s. The warm spot right now, Hanford at 81, Hermiston 78. Tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures basically where we were today, maybe a little warmer, but a little more overcast, and you're going to be dealing with some breezy and gusty winds. Take a look at our wind speeds for tomorrow, especially in the Kittitas, Yakima Valley, and the lower Columbia Basin, plus those mountain gaps. So just be aware of that breezy day. Mother's Day, we're looking at 60s and 70s. However, we could see some stray showers moving through the area. So just to have a plan B ready to go. Quiet night tonight, lows in the 40s and 50s. Mild and breezy on Saturday. Wet and cooler Sunday. Showers and winds continue next week. I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
First at 6:30, we are following live breaking news in Benton County. Our news team just returned from the scene of this.
Yep, take a look here. Shortly after 5:45, fire crews were sent here to I-82 just outside the Kennewick city limits. This was just south of Bateman Road and Highway 397. We saw Washington State Patrol along with Benton County Fire District 1 at the scene.
The fire broke out right on the side of the highway. As you can see, there was lots of smoke by the time we got there. Crews do say they will continue to be on standby to monitor any hot spots. Other news now in politics. Representative Dan Newhouse and Zoe Lofgren of California reintroduced the Bipartisan Farm Workforce Modernization Act to perform and really reform the H-2A visa program and then establish a strong legal immigration workforce for agricultural producers.
All right, so Newhouse said the workforce crisis has come to a boiling point for farmers across the country. He adds that reintroducing this act sends a clear message to farmers that politicians are working to find solutions to help ease the burdens brought on by the current state of the H-2A program.
Newhouse also says this legislation is necessary to lay the groundwork for continued negotiations. The legislation passed the House of Representatives with strong bipartisan support in the 116th and 117th Congresses.
The Grandview Police Department is getting Cash. Cash is a 1-year-old German Shepherd. I love that. And he is going to complete 8 weeks of training to become the city's first drug-sniffing dog. The newest canine member is from the Czech Republic and was purchased through donations. Police say having canines to help in investigations is critical to keeping the community safe.
Also in Yakima County in Zilla this Saturday, so tomorrow, starting at 7:30 a.m., it is the 3rd annual 5K for the Fallen in partnership with Wear Blue. It's all taking place. This is your chance to run. To remember, folks will honor the American Legion, the Yakima Chief Ranches, and the Yakima Nation Warriors. Everyone is welcome, runners, walkers, rollers, or strollers. This is a free event. There will be a circle of remembrance starting at 7:45, followed by a 21-gun salute and taps. The 5K begins at 8 a.m. Well, the telecommunications network in Western Washington is set to undergo a significant change as the 564 area code will be used to relieve the 206 area code. This change is part of a broader effort to ensure that calls are routed correctly and to address the exhaustion of available numbers in that region.
Well, the 564 area code was first introduced in 2017, and it was to provide relief to the 360 area code. Now, the 564 area code will be extended to cover the 206 area code. The implementation of this has already begun, with new customers potentially being assigned a number in that 564 area code starting in June. This week, the Department of Education is once again trying to collect federal student loans in default. This ends a pandemic-era pause that began roughly 5 years ago.
Yeah, more than 5 million borrowers are in default. That's according to the department. New at 6:30, Ivan Rodriguez explains what options borrowers have.
The move comes as the Trump administration works to dismantle the education department and roll back former President Joe Biden's policies, including student loan forgiveness and forbearance. Now, millions of struggling borrowers are forced to act quickly, or they might see their wages garnished. For millions of Americans, the Department of Education's announcement came with immediate confusion.
The amount that I owe is $185,000, and that is years and it's decades of interest.
46-year-old Leslie Gray says the pause on payments during the pandemic was a lifesaver, allowing her to pay off medical debt after overcoming breast cancer in 2017. That's also around the time she put her student loans in forbearance.
I haven't been able to catch up since then.
More than 5 million borrowers are in default, and 4 million additional borrowers are in late-stage delinquency, which occurs after 90 days without payment, according to the Department of Education. Those could tip into default. Natalia Abrams with the nonprofit Student Debt Crisis Center says they've been inundated with calls from borrowers, many of whom aren't even in default.
This is by far the most confusing, challenging time in the student loan system.
Abrams says there are ways to know if you're in default and steps you can take to get out.
Studentaid.gov. That is going to be your North Star as a student loan borrower to see what program you're in, how far in repayment you are. If you are in default, you can look to a loan consolidation. So that restarts your loan, creates a new loan. It kind of halts that default process. Then you can look at default rehabilitation, where you can pay as little as $5 for 9 months.
It's important to remember a borrower can only rehabilitate a defaulted loan one time. Borrowers should also watch out for any scams that may deceive them with false promises of debt relief or more affordable payments. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Retired Supreme Court Justice David Souter died. He made it to the High Court in 1990 after being nominated by then President George H.W. Bush. Souter served for nearly 2 decades before retiring in 2009. In a statement this morning, Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts said Souter, quote, brought uncommon wisdom and kindness to a lifetime of public service. Souter was 85 years old.
Igloo has expanded a recall of rolling coolers due to a safety hazard. The recall expansion involves about 130,000 additional Igloo 90-quart flip and tow rolling coolers manufactured before January 2024. The tow handle can pinch consumers' fingertips against the cooler, posing fingertip amputation and crushing hazards. So be aware of that. In local sports now, the Tri-City Americans wrapped up the 2025 WHL draft on Thursday, adding 12 new prospects to the organization. The team selected 7 forwards, 4 defensemen, and 1 goaltender in total.
The Americans kicked things off Wednesday night. With the 9th overall pick, they selected dynamic forward Ben Oliverio out of Calgary. The talented playmaker posted a staggering 77 points in just 28 regular season games and led Team Red to a championship at the Alberta Cup.
We were very happy to get him at 9th overall. We had him rated much higher, and his drive, he was really the motor for his team, the Calgary North Stars U15 AAAs all year long, and he was one of the top scorers in the Alberta Elite Hockey League.
Very impressive. In the later rounds, Tri-City continued to build depth. They added scorers like Justin Moon and Colton Brum, both coming off big seasons, and shored up the blue line with defenseman Deacon Gafer, Charlie Marin, and Caleb Peters. A draft class with skill, grit, and future potential. These picks could shape the next generation of stars for the Americans.
The news at 6:30 is just getting started. Coming up, we'll take a look at some more local events.
And also, if we want to get you ready for the weekend, if you're heading out to any of those local events, Stacy is up next with your full First Alert forecast.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar?
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05. Apple Valley News Now.
Imagine waking up actually rested, because last night you slept on the new Cube mattress found exclusively at Walker's Furniture. Cube isn't just a mattress, it's a sleep revolution. The Gel Cube technology supports your body exactly where you need it. With airflow enhancing cubes, premium memory foam, and natural latex, Cube delivers a deeper, longer, more refreshing sleep. And this month, you can enter to win a new Cube mattress from Walker's.
American Idol is new from ABC.
Watch Sundays and Mondays on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills and simply toss those old bottles of pills. But thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on and your information is gone. Look, an identity thief can use simple information to get access to your credit card. Then you're responsible for the bills. But ID Police permanently prints a unique encryption graphic that makes it impossible to read through, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. And it works on all forms of paper, matte or glossy. Paper shredders are slow and always jam, but roll with ID Police and you're in control. Watch again. Here's a bank statement with your name and account number. Now, one easy roll and all your personal information is blocked. Name and address? Blocked. Credit card number? Blocked. Phone, electricity, and gas bill? Now they're all safe to toss in the trash. So relax. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. And those applications or pre-approved checks make you vulnerable too. So block it out before you throw it out and thwart any thief with the ID Police. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, but it is available online or on the phone. So call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Take control with ID Police on patrol. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-1624. That's 1-800-803-1624 or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-1624 now.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance for more than 50 years, and with good reason. If you're between the age of 50 and 85, it's a sure thing. Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. And you should know this coverage can last a lifetime.
Call today, 1-800-270-5533.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the news at 6:30. If you are staying local this Mother's Day weekend, there are a few events happening in the area. First up, if you are looking for a new member of your family, the Mighty Meow Kitten Rescue, along with the Benton Franklin Humane Society and Tri-City Kitty Rescue, is hosting an Adopt a Pet Day event that is tomorrow. The event takes place from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Summers Hub of Kennewick.
And if you're looking for locally grown produce, handcrafted goods, plants, and flowers, tomorrow is the opening of the Pasco Farmers Market. The market season begins at 9 a.m. and goes until 1 p.m. in Peanuts Park. This event will be held every Saturday through October.
And the musical Rent is opening this weekend, starting with performances tonight and tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. and a matinee performance on Sunday at 2:30. The production will be at the Prosser Princess Theater. That's over on 1228 Meade Avenue. Tickets are $20 per person.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll see how that weather will cooperate for the weekend. Right now, beautiful afternoon, 80 degrees outside. The cloud cover has made our feels like temp be a little bit lower. Winds are light at 5. Our sunset at 8:16. Satellite and radar, let's zoom on in. These are the clouds we've been seeing, so they're kind of clearing out, but there's a bunch behind that as we're a little bit unsettled going into the weekend. Now, tomorrow, more than likely, not going to be seeing any localized showers. A few showers in the Cascades are right at the Canadian border. Sunday, however, is a different story. We'll start to see some showers develop through the area. It's going to be hit or miss kind of situation. Right now, our Futurecast model is showing some showers coming through the Sunnyside area, outside of Yakima, up towards Moses Lake, and just outside of Ellensburg. Hit or miss for Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. Now, we see this little band here around 1 o'clock. Could see a shower there, most of those heading north, and then most of the shower activity will stay to the east. I have a good idea that most of those showers will concentrate towards the east. However, we could see a sprinkle or two in the area. In fact, a 20% chance of rain in Yakima, decreasing on Tuesday. Ellensburg about the same as Yakima. As you head further to the east, like the Tri-Cities, that's where we see increasing chances, about a 40% chance Sunday. Could see a few sprinkles. Better chance of seeing those showers in Walla Walla for the next, from Sunday through Tuesday of next week. Not expecting a ton of moisture out of those clouds. However, here's some of the rainfall totals. We're expecting less than 1/10 of an inch for most everybody. A little bit more as you get into the upper elevations in the foothills of the Blues and the Cascades. Here's what we are counting on as well on Saturday. Breezy and gusty winds once again, pretty typical for the early springtime or middle of the spring as we are now. 35 and 40 mile an hour gusts for the Kittitas Yakima Valley, 30 to 35 mile an hour gust in the lower Columbia Basin. Temperatures mild tonight. We're mostly in the 50s, some of us in the 40s, so 40s and 50s tonight. Pretty pleasant, pretty mild. Temperatures on Saturday, although we're not in this record high temperature zone, we are in the warm section here, so you'll see those temperatures continue to warm. Out the door tomorrow in the early morning hours, great day out there, a little overcast in Ellensburg, otherwise nice. Partly sunny skies with temperatures heating to the low upper 70s, low 80s. A little bit cooler in Ellensburg. Here's that 7-day planner. We've got those breezy winds several days in a row. Slight chance of rain. Look at the big temperature change on Sunday. And then we're just going to kind of stay in those 70s. We don't see the 80s coming back after tomorrow. Here's what it looks like in Yakima with those breezy winds. Temperatures once again sliding down into the 60s and 70s. Ellensburg dealing with those breezy and gusty winds once again over the weekend and into next week. And Walla Walla dealing with a little bit of moisture. That's okay. They need it in Walla Walla. Breezy winds and a few rain showers possible there. Also, Hermiston looking for a little bit of rain, dropping to 69 on Sunday, staying in the 70s for the rest of the week. So overall, not a bad forecast. Little, again, weather roller coaster ride that we've been on. That is spring in our area. That's just how it looks.
Just the way it rolls,
Just the way it rolls.
Yeah, well, it could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's always true.
Thank you, Stacey. Up next on the news at 6:30, we are talking about the most popular baby names.
And the Queen's Memorial is in the news. Stay with us for what's trending.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abeda Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abeda Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abeda Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen. Compensation should too.
Abeda Nelson, we take your injury personally.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
The secret of every great chef is their knives and how well they sharpen them. Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Imagine no more. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. Coated with Granite Stone non-stick and made of stainless steel. One of the hardest substances on Earth for ultimate cutting-edge durability. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro.
Very comfortable. Wow. Very sharp. I thought you had to be a professional chef to cut like this.
Yeah. Woo! This is really an incredible knife.
The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy. to chop salads in seconds, cut frozen solid meat with ease, and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off, and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp, guaranteed. Why pay hundreds? Today, you'll get this complete set of 6 NutriBlades for only $29.95. You'll get the powerful Santoku knife to chop large fruit and dice onions, the slicer for razor-thin veggies and deli meat, the serrated bread knife for slicing fresh, warm bread with ease, the ultralight chef knife with reduced surface area for less friction. This versatile utility blade is great in the kitchen and around your home. And the precision paring knife for peeling and garnishing. $29.95 is an amazing value, but order right now and we'll even ship them to you for free. So get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
To order, call 1-800-524-6914 or go online to buynutriblade.com. That's 1-800-524-6914 or go to buynutriblade.com. Order now.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Welcome back, everybody. Time for What's Trending. This came out today. The top baby names, well, there's the top 10 of 2024, and we were talking about this earlier.
It's released by the Social Security Administration.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you want me to do?
Let's go 5.
Okay, top 5.
Yeah,
boys.
Boys, sure.
Boys: Liam, Noah, Oliver, Theodore, and James. We both have a James in our life, right?
Oh, yeah. My husband is James. Yeah.
All right, in the top 5 for girls, Olivia, Emma, Amelia, Charlotte, and Mia. Next down is Sophia. So, you know, I don't have any young children to name these days, but my dog, Sophia, Mia, and Bella Rosa. She's got 3 of the top 10
She's just checking boxes all over the place. How many other names can we give her?
Right.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like Liam. But, you know, in my kids' school, I don't think there's very many Liams there, so I don't know.
You're going based off of, that's interesting.
Right? I don't really hear
Are there a lot of Austins?
I
didn't see your name on the list.
No, it's not. Nowhere.
Where's Austin? Where's Wendy?
Yep, that's right. Where's Stacy?
We're not on there.
Apparently, we're past.
We're out.
We're out. Yeah. So there you go. Other trending news revealed this week: 5 designs under consideration for Queen Elizabeth in the second official memorial site in London.
Some of the features of the design proposals include a walkway of 70 limestone lily pads to signify the Queen's 70-year reign, gardens connected by a network of paths and linked by a unity bridge, and a bronze replica of a centuries-old oak tree from the private hunting grounds of the late Queen's former residence, Windsor Castle.
That's right. Another design idea, a pair of bridges set on 2 different levels, which would give visitors views of the park, royal palaces, and the London skyline. The winning proposal will be announced this summer. The National Memorial is expected to be unveiled next year. So I'll have to plan my trip to London then.
There you go. Traveling Stacy.
There we go.
And the London skyline I've seen is growing. It used to be real small, and new skyscrapers are coming in. So if you're into that, check it out. All right, coming up next, we've got we just did What's Trending. We've got The Reason to Smile.
This is like yesterday.
It is like, I know. What, take 2? We'll be right back.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Celebrate Walla Walla is back June 19th through 21st. 3 days of world-class wine. Tour vineyards with winemakers, expand your palate, and don't miss the block party. This is Walla Walla Valley at its finest. Tickets are on sale now. Secure yours today.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage. Taking care of your mental health is important. If you're working at home, have an end time for your work schedule and stick to it. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
The savings continue in week 2 of Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in store. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. 3.5-inch vegetables or tomatoes are 2 for $4. Miracle Grow bagged potting mix is just $9.99. Fran's 12-ounce half loaves are 2 for $3. And Peak Blue Def 2.5-gallon diesel emission fluid is $6 off. Save more store-wide at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, May 10th at 9 a.m. Good News Today will also air a new episode the following weekend on Saturday, May 17th at 9 a.m.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. And welcome back. Your reason to smile. Now, Dee sent us a picture we played last hour, but here you go. More balloons.
Oh,
See?
I love it.
Now, yesterday
So
I told
many.
you, I said, I know Friday the balloons were unable to take off in the morning, or Thursday because of the winds, but this morning, weather was correct. They were able to get up, and there was a lot of balloons flying around Walla Walla for that balloon stampede. Thank you for the photo, Dee. QR code on the top of your screen is how you get your photo on TV. All right, let's take a look at our day tomorrow. Once again, look for those breezy and gusty winds, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, but temperatures are looking good. A little bit more active weather on Sunday, but not a bad Mother's Day, just much cooler than we've been seeing the last 2 days. So.
All right. So from all of us to all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us and watching the news at 6.
Happy Mom's Day. We love you. Good night, everybody.